What's going on, people? It's Mr. Dore back again with the review show. I am back. I've not been well, so I do apologise for not being. I've had a back cough, so I've not been doing it live streams at all. But I did go to yesterday's game, and I'm buzzing because you know how much I hate Sheffield United. I know how much this guy hates Sheffield United. I know how this. Well, I don't know. Do you hate, do you hate Sheffield United, Dylan?
I do now.
He hates him now. So all of us hate Sheffield United. I'm happy. People in the chat are happy we beat Sheffield United as well. And like I said, it's a massive win for us. If you are new to our channel, please do hit the like button. I think it should come up now. Like button, see, like button. Subscribe if you know. And comment below, people. How are you feeling about yesterday's great result? I'll say average, but it's a massive 3 points. Right, let's get the guy in. We have mentioned before, but Ellie should be shortly because the laptop is just updated, so it should be in 10 minutes or so. So Ellie will be here in a minute. Right, let's first go with the man himself, Dylan. How you doing, Dylan?
I'm all right, thanks. How are you?
Well, not well. Someone cheer me up.
Give it up. Suck it up. It's man flu. Don't worry about it.
I get no sympathy from this guy. I've grown up with him, and I get no sympathy from him. I always get sympathy from Dylan.
Mate, I live in a house with 4 women, mate. I get no sympathy.
Yeah, your wife's really well. It's the boss, and you're kissing the other.
Exactly. So you just put up
right.
and shut up.
Well, exactly. The next we've got the next lecture in the Bossman, and we did have Dylan. Where's Dylan? Get over Dylan instead. Oh, we've got to show Dylan before. You always got to show Dylan. People say to look to Dylan. How you doing, Dylan?
He's wearing the red as well. Look.
People in the chat. Yeah, legend. I prefer Dylan to Steve, but yeah, absolutely legend, Dylan. But like I said, how are you, Steve?
Yeah, not too bad, Ben. Buzzing after yesterday, and nice to get a W, especially them lot as well. How much I love Sheffield United.
I hate Sheffield United, but like I said, people share the chat. Let me get the chat in as well. Kieran, I hate guys scabs, and I can't stay up. Kieran, are you still going to say icon? If people don't know, like a joke, someone did a fake page about me, and they called me icon. I don't know why. Christy Farr from New Jersey. How you doing, my friends? Good evening from the Jersey boys. Jersey boys. Wasn't pretty, but we got the result. Beat Chelsea. We'll be on the beach of Burnley on May 19th. Come on, you rest. If that, it's like a repeat from last season. We beat Arsenal. We celebrated in Burnley. Imagine celebrating Burnley. I've never been Burnley before, so I can't comment on there what it's like. So yeah, shout out to Chris, all the way in America as well. Paddy, this guy's been on my channel since 2018. Absolutely legend, number one. Davey, hi Ben, Dylan Steve, have a good one, Davey, another legend on here as well. Yeah, Yatesy, we are going to talk about Yatesy. I'm feeling a bit waka waka. Are you two feeling a bit waka waka?
I'm feeling wacko. I'm feeling wacko.
We feel wacko. 50%. Wacko. We feel a little bit 50% on it. I'm the same. Colin, hi there, Colin, my friend. I hope you're well. Paul, even I hope you're feeling better, Mr. Dore. Good win, but let's stay focused. Not done yet. It's not done yet, Paul, at all. Another legend. He agreed with Mr. Dore. Dylan and Steve, hope you're well. I'm happy we won yesterday. I hope we can beat Joffrey. I'll see you next week. Saturday, Mr. Dore. I will see you next week, Eve. Same spot. And what Kira are you bringing in, Eve? And make sure you're nice to her. Make sure you're nice to her, Eve, when you come all the way there. So I'll see you next week, Eve. Hi guys, one more win and we'll be enough. Yes, Ricky. One more win. All the stress we've had, with this the upcoming Sheffield United game, and we won. Important. Last one, Mark. Even good win yesterday. We looked a bit shaky in the first 20 minutes, but got 3 points. Needed it. Burnley and Luton to Saturday, and we could be on the beach for kickoff against Chelsea. If it happens, I'm going to throw Dylan in the river. I'm going to throw Dylan in the river if we stay up. So is that right, Dylan?
No.
Is that right, Dylan?
No, I can't swim.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I can, but you're not throwing me in.
I can't pick you up, Dylan.
No, no, how you cheeky son.
I did that game for my legs. Smash, let another legend into my channel. Now, Yates, that's cool. We're staying up. We are going to talk about it. So let's get you first, Steve. About let's what's the whole thing about the whole game, about your say performance.
I'm conflicted really because it was just all about getting a win. I mean, even if we had smashed them 4-0 or just got a scrappy 1-0 win with like scoring the last minute, it's a win's a win then. Yes, the performance wasn't great. We did play better against City, I felt, but we came up with that with nothing. But yesterday we didn't play as well, but we came up with 3 points. I thought the first 20 minutes we were quite poor. I missed the first 5 minutes, so I actually missed Wood's chance at the back post, which he should have buried. I mean, if we had gone 1-0 up there, I think would have been controlling the game throughout. To be fair to them, I'm going to give them a little bit of credit here through gritted teeth. Their front three caused us problems. I thought their link-up play was quite good, in fact. As a Hamer, Archer, and Brenton Diaz. But I felt then, even I was fuming with a penalty. But to be fair, I don't know if we'll get to it later. Montiel, I think a lot of us, including yourself, Ben, on your video and people online, running off emotion. Looking at it back, he was like a lot of players. He slipped, and I think the momentum carried him through. And to be fair, he was trying his best to come across and cover, and he just unfortunate looking it back. But I was fuming with that penalty. I thought, here we go, same old Forest, and we might concede a second one here, and then the game's going to peter out. But overall, Ben, I think can't complain. How big players stepped up, like Hudson-Odoi, and I thought Dalilo was outstanding in the middle of the park. Murillo was out. Bolly and Murillo and Sells were the three of them, like a triangle, were outstanding. But yeah, I felt once we scored the second goal, we were in control. I think we pretty much, unlike Forest, a lot like we did against Newcastle away, we actually seen the game out, which was good to see. Because if they had scored to make it 3-2, then it'd have been a nervy 5-10 minutes. But yeah, overall, Ben, happy just to get the win. It's just getting the win now. I mean, would you have been happy if we lost but played outstanding? No.
No.
So that's what I mean. So looking at it, you can dissect the performance, but the win that's all that mattered. A win is a win. Just take it.
100%. Dylan, what's your take on the game?
I think overall, the first 20 minutes or so, the first half an hour, you've got to, apart from Woods missing that sitter again, but you've got to think we're very lucky. Very lucky.
First half.
Yeah, but we've got to be lucky that we've got Murillo. Jesus, my God.
We're going to talk about him. We are going to talk about him.
And then you've got Matt Sells. Bloody hell. If it was not for them two, we would have been 4-0 down at half time, 4-1, whatever. I think let's not beat around the bush. First off, we were awful. We absolutely gifted them that game. They were up for it. We seemed a bit nervous. I think we were letting them control the midfield too much, letting pressure come on us. Do you know what I mean? I agree with what Steve says about the penalty that they got. It was at first you're thinking, oh God, why has he done that? But when you watch the replay over and over again, in that game, in that first half, even the commentators on the game said people keep slipping over. Why are they slipping over? And when you see him, he slips, and you can see him. He's going towards him, and you can see that he's trying to pull out of it, but he can't because obviously he's just sliding. So, but then the second, obviously we get to make it 1-1. Going at half time, I thought, here we go. I think the second half we come out, we still let them come on to us. But
I don't know what the Sheffield United midfielder, the youngster. I don't know what his name was. That's what he's a good player. He is. He's a very good player.
Yeah. But yeah, they let her. I think it. But yeah, again, do you know what I mean? It was end-to-end stuff. But I think soon as we got that second goal, that was it. They were dead and buried. Do you know what I mean? They couldn't do it. But you've got to. But Matt Sells, Murillo. Jesus Christ! You watch what they did, and that's what we need.
They kept us up in the first half.
Yeah,
They really did.
That's what they need. Do you know what I mean? And there's a lot of people out there saying, "Oh, why didn't we play the formation we did at Man City?" Blah blah. Do you know what I mean? I agree. Why did he change the team? Why didn't he play the same formation? But people could say it's defensive. You're never going to keep everyone happy, but at the end of the day, after 97 minutes, 98 minutes, we got the 3 points. That's what we needed. The 3 points was job done. Let's enjoy it for a couple of days. But we've got Chelsea on Saturday. But potentially, if we get any points back, hopefully, maybe not, whatever. But potentially, we could actually be safe before we kick a ball against Chelsea.
I'm not. Listen, mate. I'm not hearing nothing till I hear from the Forest statement. I'm not hearing nothing. I'm not saying because
don't worry about the point thing. If Luton lose, Burnley lose, unless we're going to get smashed in the next 2 games, 6-0 each game, goal difference. We should stay up on goal difference. But do you know what I mean? If we can get a point from Chelsea, I know they just beat West Ham, but the City ground, like last year, we're going into the same scenario as last year against Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? We stay up.
100%. I want to do a massive shout out to Kieran. He's been a member for 28 months. Bloody hell, Kieran. Absolutely legend. Thank you for being a member, Kieran. I won't get you on for being loyal to my channel. If anyone else,
what do I get for being a member to you for nearly
my friendship?
27 years.
My friendship. That's what you get, Dylan. My friendship. Yeah, I've been to it for years, everyone. So this is what it gets for friendship. But yeah, Kieran, thank you for being my member. People, if you do want to be a member or do any super chats towards the channel, it helps me a lot. But yeah, please do. Steve, did you mention about the team? Was you happy with the team? Because when I saw Yates, I said to Gary, "Oh, my guy's starting." Was you happy with that side?
Dylan just touched it now about the formation, like we went against City. Now he clearly went with that against City to combat their threat, going with a back 3. Me personally, I think I would have kept with that formation yesterday. Maybe he doesn't see Montiel as forward thinking as Nico down that right side. And obviously we know what Enya does the other side. Like I've seen some people online saying they would have started Enya on the right and Tavares on the left. So I don't know with the Yates. So again, Ben, what's that saying we got now? A Yates kind of game. Yates was always going to start that game yesterday. That was made for Ryan Yates, that game yesterday. Full on battle. It did add a championship feel to it. They had a championship side. I'm not saying that's Yates' level. I'm just saying that is the kind of battle that Yates likes to go into. I think the set, other than that, though, the midfield, Dalilo made sense. You could argue maybe Dominguez could have played instead of him, but Dalilo was outstanding in my eyes. Bolly, and I go on record and say, Ben, if we had Bolly fully fit for most of the season, I think we would have had more points because the guy is so dominant in the box. He's such a presence as well. And obviously the front 3, I know we could touch on later. There's something up with Alanga at the moment. He's just lacking confidence.
Very, very.
He just don't seem... I'm just glad Hudson-Odoi now is taking the pressure off him, because if he was having a mare as well, out 2 wide men, we'd be exposed. But I'm glad Hudson-Odoi stepped up to the plate, because Alanga, where a couple of months ago, Alanga was firing and Hudson-Odoi was struggling. So I'm kind of glad that Hudson-Odoi is kind of taking that pressure off Alanga. But Alanga needs to step up a little bit now in these last 2 games. Because yesterday he was totally off. But yeah, I would have kept with the back. I would have kept the formation, or maybe Ben, maybe that the same as Man City. But again, it worked yesterday, luckily. But maybe do you boys agree? Maybe that's why they got got
Dylan,
honest, maybe could be formation change. I don't know.
what are you, Dylan?
What with the formation and the team?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's getting to a stage now where you're not bothered. I seem to look at the back four. I look at the back four and the front three. Midfield, I don't really look at because he's swapping and changing all the time. That way, do you know what I mean? As long as you've got your Woods, well, your front four, sorry, you've got your Woods, you've got your Gibbs White, you've got your Hudson-Odoi, and you've got your Elanga. I agree with Stephen what he said. Elanga, I'm sorry, but he is playing below par. You know what I mean? He is absolutely. I don't know what's up with him. Is he carrying a knock? Is something going off? But he just don't seem to be the player that we know he can be. Maybe that'll come. The back foot, Murillo. I love Murillo. Is just absolutely. He's out of this world. And he's like, and if obviously we stay up and we can keep hold of him for another season. But I just think what they need to do is, I know we've had the likes of Niakate, Polly injured, but I really like is it Amabamadele? I love him and Murillo together. And I think I think he's had a bit of a, we've got no one injured. We've got all these players injured. You come and play for a few games. Oh, one of them's back. See you later, mate. Bye. Go on the bench. Do you know what I mean? I think he's been a bit harshly treated. But I think I would have played Aina on the right yesterday. And I would have played Toffolo on the left. Do you know what I mean? Personally, I think if we can try and get Williams back for the next 2 games, I don't know how likely that's going to be.
Yeah, but Montreal played good though, Dylan. You can't. I know. Yes, he did. He did give Cushy the penalty, but I thought after that he did cover. He did recover afterwards, though. If I'm honest.
No, I get it. You watch it, like I say. If people watch the penalty back, he slips, and the momentum of him running and slipping, it takes him into Diaz.
Yeah.
And I don't think he can stop that. But for me, all day long, you've got Williams is on fire.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean? He's just got He's just got Player of the Month twice for us.
I thought it's 3 times, isn't it? 3 times,
Three
right?
times.
Or is it 3 times in a row?
3 times in a row.
The guy's absolutely. Look what he did against City before he went up. Do you know what I mean? What he's done before that. Do you know what I mean? He's an absolute. For me, at the minute, Williams. You've got to try and do everything. Now we've got a 1 year back. I've got a feeling he's come back. He come on for a couple. Didn't really do much, but now he's fit. I feel for Chris Wood because he's kind of hit that brick wall at the minute. Last couple of games, Man City's missed a couple of sitters. Yesterday, he missed a sitter. Now, has that played into 1 year's advantage for Nuno to go on and make straight back in? But I'm not bothered who plays. Donald Duck could play for all I care as long as they can get the result.
100%. I'm getting Donald Duck. Sorry, I'm going for the chat. I've got a super chat from the Legend Special from the £4.99. Hi, guys. It's all a bit nerdy, but Dylan is spot on. Don't get Dylan a big head. He's spot on. I think if they lose, if both lose, we stay up. Brilliant, yeah. I think that's how it is. Because the goal difference is massive.
We have to lose 6-0, I think, both games.
Yeah. We do. 100%. Special thank you for £4.99. Lots of people, if you do want to support my channel, I'm doing super chats. They help the channel a lot. I do all this by myself. So please do. Paul said Polly makes a difference. He does as well. Look at Langdon was both as a former. They are. But we've got 2 games to go. They might come out with something against Chelsea and Burnley, so we never know. From this is Amanda. Would still get a chance to he'll put them away soon. I hope he does. I hope he does get it against Chelsea. River, how do I remember? Or if you're on a laptop or a phone, you'll see the $sign, Greek $sign, and you'll see 4 stuff saying super sticker, super chat, membership given. That's all you need to do, so people. So yeah, that's all. If you want to be less said, there's 4 options. Help my channel, and it helps me a lot as well. Right, let's talk about him, Yatesy, and yes, He scored his first goal in Premier League. Was it after how many games? Was it 55? Is it 50 appearances?
59, is it? 59, is it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it was.
59.
I was when he scored, I thought I was jolly. I was so excited. All the criticism that he's had, but I think the first half, not just him, I think the whole team worked great because I think it was getting overrun in midfield. That's why I was getting the first half. I said, how many chances in the second half? 5 chances. I think it was. What was your verdict on Ryan Yates yesterday?
Ryan Yates does a job. I don't know. He just does it. I can't. It's like you've got a midfielder. You can say Danilo does this. Dominguez does this. Ryan Yates, you can't specifically say what he does, but he does it well. Do you know what I mean? Whenever he's in the team, he's always there. Yes, he has the bad performance and he gets people on his back. But people got to realise there's something about him. He's played under 8 managers now in a row.
Yeah.
Every single manager picks him. And I read somewhere earlier now he's scored in every single league from the National League, League Two, League One, Championship, and Premier League now. He's got a goal in each. Do you know what I mean? Yes, he doesn't. He does, and I think it was a couple of weeks ago. I was listening to Roy Keane, and he mentioned Yates, and he said Yates. He likes Yates. I think he keeps in contact with him. But he said he loves the boy. He worked with him when he was here at Forest and that. Like he says, and he's a good player, but he could he just needs to be that more ruthless. Do you know what I mean? He has it, and I think as games are going on, he's starting to get that way. He's getting bookings. Do you know what I mean? So I think I heard it on commentary yesterday. Someone said basically if Ryan Yates doesn't get a yellow card, that means he's having a bad game. Because he's just, do you know what I mean? And for him to get his goal, he put his laces straight through it, bang, straight in. And he's the only surviving member of the promotion team. So what does that tell you? And he's captain of the club.
What's your verdict, Steve? Like I said, I was happy when he. The thing about it, I heard him just bang it. And I thought that's Yatesy.
Yeah.
How was you feeling, Steve?
Well, the goal, like he said in his interview afterwards, he just put his laces through it, and you could see it's almost like it was like a frustration goal, wasn't it? You know, I'm not going to miss this chance. Bang. Ben, when it comes to Yates, right, I don't know why I stand with him because I never known a player to frustrate but to love at the same time, because he is one of our own. He is Forest through and through. I know it's cliche to say, but on the flip side of that, he frustrates me as well because he does give a lot of bookings away, which is needed sometimes. But also the chances he's missed over the years with his head. Like we've called him 50p head. You know, he does miss a lot of chances. But he does a job, like Dylan said, he does a job. And when he does a job well, it sticks out. Like Chelsea away this season at Stamford Bridge. He was outstanding. Which, funny enough, the game he forgot that we won at, because I don't know if we've seen his interview, we forgot that we actually beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge this season. But anyway, as I was saying about Yates, his performances, is that when he's on it, he stands out. And unfortunately, a lot of fans criticise him because he passes sideways or backwards. But that's what Yates does. And if he was that kind of player who would open a team up and play these through balls, he'd be playing for Man City. He'd be worth 50 to 100 million.
Yeah.
He knows he's not Rodri, but Yates he's one of them players, Ben. If you coach him, and probably his managers have said, give it to the players who can play. And that's what he does. He plays it simple and he doesn't try nothing, no Hollywood pass, no fancy pass, just plays it simple. And sometimes it does look boring, generic, or standard, but it's just effective in some regards because he's keeping the ball. And he does demand the ball sometimes. You watch him, he does demand the ball. He may just play it simple, but he's demanding the ball. And you can't knock his courage as well, going in for challenges. He does win us, even though he gives free kicks away, he does win us a lot of free kicks as well. I don't know how he does it. He just gets his body there, he protects the ball, and he seems to get knocked over, and he wins as a free kick and carries us up the pitch. But his goal yesterday, I'm so happy that he got that goal, because that could be the goal now, which kicked us on to survive. And how fitting is that coming from him as well? And he just loves to score in that end, doesn't he, at Bramall Lane?
Yeah, I went mad. And if no someone I went mad.
I wish someone was filming yesterday. I almost hit the roof in the living room. Like, Yates, get in there! I was like, I was going mental. Fair play, yeah, because the goal, it's just the way he hit it. You just felt I'm going to slam it. There's no way he was ever going to miss that chance. There was no way. And it was from the moment that left his boot, he was going in. Because I seen where you were sitting, Ben. You were slightly to the right away.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do with you.
When I see it, I'm like, that's fucking Yates.
But you know what, all right? What he did well, if you go watch it back, because Alanga clipped it in, and then Bally won the header, and Yates was there ready to take the second ball. Or that would be the third ball then. So he's there in position. He was in the right position to know I'm gonna smack it in, and he did. He just levered it, and I'm just so happy for him, And yeah, I'm sure we'll get to our man of the match later. But his second half performance definitely was up there. Was one of his best performances in recent memory.
People, please do hit the like button if you can. It helps me a lot. Subscribe to the channel. And like I said, people in the super chats will help the channel a lot. Let's talk about another guy.
Sorry, Ben. Just say one more thing about Yates.
Yeah.
How many other teams in the Premier League would Yates get into? And that's another debate. But I mean, I think he would get into the.
Right. People in the chat. How many teams would Yates get in the Premier League? Be honest. I'm not saying it. I'm not going to say it. Yeah.
Do you reckon the bottom three clubs would take Ryan Yates?
Yeah, 100%.
I think they would.
Dylan?
Yeah, I think they would.
I think Luton would.
Yeah, but Luton's a bit of a rough team, aren't they? Yeah, they would. Who else would?
Yeah, but he's going nowhere. He's going to finish his career at Forest.
Yeah, I love that, wouldn't it? I love that thing.
That John Terry.
What?
John Terry.
You know John Terry, but like I said, people love him or hate him. People love him or hate him. I like him. I was jolly with his goal. He got his first Premier League goal, 200 world appearances. Me and Gary Marriott had a bet. I said to him, I don't know if people notice, Ryan Yates always goes off. And Gary said to me, Ryan Yates will go off. I went, no, he's not going off. Because this is his type of game. And he didn't. So, listen, I'm happy.
He's lucky, mind. He's lucky, mind, didn't get a yellow card because he swiped. It might have been a hard bastard. It was. He ran past him on the halfway line, and Yates just swiped him.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a. Yeah, it was a bit of a naughty one, that one, and he got lucky there. Did you see that then?
I don't think the ref's seen it.
Oh, he's lucky boy to get away with that.
The refs are not seeing much of what Forest are doing at the minute.
Nah, we're not talking about corruption. We're not talking about corruption on the channel because I could get sued by the Premier League. So I'm not saying a word. I'm not saying a word. Before we get to the next topic, thank you for being a member, James. My massive help. Shout out. Another legend. Absolute legend. Curtis. Great win. You should keep up being in the Premier League. Pushed it for 5 million. One of the best signings of the season. Yes, Curtis. One of the best signings. What arms was it? 3 million plus 2 million.
3 million with add-on. Yeah.
And 2 million add-ons. One of the best signings. And when we lost Brennan Johnson and we signed Callum Hudson-Odoi, I thought, what a player. He sometimes can be predictable, but he scores with. He doesn't do tap-ins. He doesn't do tap-ins.
But Ben, he's predictable, but the player, the right back or whoever's against him, knows what's coming, but they can't do nothing about it.
But look about it.
Like Robin. He's comparing to Robin, where he's the captain on his left. Right?
Yeah.
Or Mahrez, captain on his left. These players, you know what's coming, but you can't stop it. It's just you can't. Once they cut in, and Hudson-Odoi, he's done it all his career. At Chelsea, I'm like you, Ben. I've always rated him. And at Chelsea, he used to do it at Chelsea. But if for some reason you can't stop it,
Can't stop it all. So, shout out Curtis Shaw, mate. Make sure everyone goes to subscribe to Curtis Shaw. Big Arsenal YouTube. Well, number one, from honest, unless they get there to the 100k. So if you can, people, go subscribe to Curtis Shaw. I want Arsenal to win the league. I'm not shy about it. But I hope Man City slip up against Spurs and all that. But shout out Curtis for £5, my friend. As well. Mark said yesterday was a Ryan Yates type of game. It was. Definitely was. It seems that when Yates plays well, Forest play well, proves that 6-1 keeps the team rolling. And I get that this is the argument I keep having with Forest fans. Like the number 6 spot with Yates, Dominguez, Sangore. We don't know what's happening with him. He can't get in the team. It's Ryan Yates. Ryan Yates is the man who's getting the team, and people don't want him in the team. Blame the manager. Blame the manager is that picking. It is what it is. We've got to talk about him, Murillo. We didn't really talk about this on the Twitter as much, but Dylan, the first half, he defended. He what's the word? He supported Bolly big time. That's all I can say. He helped out Bolly big time.
Yeah, proper. I think Murillo, it's just on another planet, innit? I'm sorry. I don't know.
I mean, Curtis, you're not having him. Curtis Shaw, he's not going to Arsenal, so keep your eyes off him.
Do you know what? Whoever found him, what recruitment bloke went, oh, pick this guy. He's only played, was it Corinthians? He's only played for Corinthians 4 times. Bring him over and stick him in the Premier League. Do you know what? It was, but do you know what I mean? He's just on another planet. If we can keep hold of him, if we survive, and we can keep hold of him for at least another season, because they're gonna after yesterday. I'm sorry, but all the big teams, even teams who are abroad, I'm going to start looking at him and go, hold on a minute, this kid's got something. And how much did we pay for him? 14, 15 million?
Yeah, some other time, yeah. 11 million?
So
12 million?
You think what is he on, a 5-year contract, something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Anyone comes sniffing around, Jesus Christ, they're going to probably go, oh yeah, you want, we'll give you 30 million, 40 million, Forest of Black. See ya. You want to be starting at 70, 80. The way that came. And how old is that?
21?
21?
Something like that. Chat with I was Murillo.
And I think the one thing is as soon as he gets into the Brazil squad, because last time he was supposed to get in it, but obviously the guy who picked him picked the wrong Murillo to get into the squad. So, do you know what I mean? He picked the older Murillo. There's another Murillo, but he's older. But, do you know what I mean? I think he might be right. He might be gone in the summer. Maybe. But maybe he goes, do you know what I mean? Maybe he goes, maybe he is a cash cow for us to say, if someone comes in with a ridiculous amount of money to him, says, yeah, Forest will give you 60 million, 70 million. Do you know what I mean? Big money for him, Forest. You ain't going to say no to that, are you? I'm sorry, but do you know what I mean? With the way the FFP and all that crap is.
Right, let's have it like an argument about Murillo. People in the chat, how much do you think Murillo will cost? Will if Forest did sell him, how much in the chat? And I'll ask Stephen Dillon, if Forest had a ridiculous bid and essentially, how much do you think you're sure to set it for? So people in the chat, there's quite a lot of people in. How much will, if Forest did, how much should he go for? So we'll go for you first. If
me. Right, I'll go for now. If someone come in with 40 million, maybe Forest will consider it.
14?
40.
14.
40 million. Maybe Forest will look at it. But I think as soon as he starts and he gets call up for Brazil and he starts making a couple more, gets called up 2-3 times during that, I think then his price tag will definitely go up by 10, 20 million. Do you know what I mean? So you're looking, it's ridiculous. If they can keep him for one more season, this is what I'm trying to say. If they can keep him for one more season, playing with a partner that's going to constantly stick with him, bring him out, then when he starts playing for Brazil and he's playing the way he is this season, like he does next season, you're probably looking at 75 million for at least for how old he is.
Steve, how much do you think?
As it stands now, I reckon he's worth about 40 million to 50 million. But I agree with what Dylan said and few of the chat there. If we get another season out of him, bring him on again, I think you're looking at about 70 mil, 60 to 70, I think. And that's one hell of a profit. The only thing I would say, he's only, 21? Will a team like a Real Madrid, an Arsenal, a City, will they take that much of a gamble on a kid who's just been playing Premiership football for a year? He's still got a lot of his game to improve on. And for him to step into either a championship winning side or the Champions League, it's a big step up.
Stephen, just a quick one while you're saying it. You think about it, he's playing in it's the best league in the world, the fastest league in the world. Now, if you get the likes of Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, someone from the Bundesliga, or someone from Spain, or someone coming for him, and their leagues, we all know their leagues are slower.
Yeah.
So now he's learnt at that top stage already in such a short space of time and such a young age.
Look at Bellingham. When Dortmund signed him, he was what, 18? 17, 18? So, yeah, I think another question is, if we need to cash in on a player this summer, being all this financial crap going on, who do we cash in on? Would you rather cash in on Murillo or Gibbs White or someone else?
Wait, don't Mangala, because technically he's on loan, isn't he?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I think we'll end up selling him. Yeah, he's on a loan.
But he can. It's still the 25 million.
Yeah.
So yeah. So sorry.
That's right. I love to see us keep him for another year, though. It'd just be such a gutter if we sold him this soon. And what I wouldn't want to happen is if we did sell him to a big club, they'll see him as, oh, he's not quite ready for our club yet. We loan him out to someone else. You know what I mean? He'd be one of them scenarios, which we feared with Johnson. But to be fair, Johnson went to Spurs and he was kind of thrown in because they had injuries. But Murillo, I'm just worried if he went to like a Man City, Liverpool or Arsenal or a Madrid or Barcelona, would he hit the ground running? Would they chuck him straight in? Would they see him, or we may need to loan him back out and then he'd end up somewhere else? So I'd learn his trade again with us for another year. Like Dylan said, either with Bally or another experienced centre half next year. Bring him on again, and then if we make massive profit out of him, then that would benefit us in the long run. Ideally, we want to keep him as long as we want, but we just know with his talent, and especially yesterday, he was like literally a man on a mission. When he was like a brick wall. He was literally everything they threw at him, he just blocked. Matt Sells must have thanked him as well after the game, because even Matt Sells, we get onto him, I'm sure, as well. But Murillo just seemed, I think they mentioned commentary as well. He was literally just there all the time. He just stuck his leg out and he was just deflecting everything. So even they were getting frustrated. Their players. There was an incident in the second half. Diaz was through on goal and he got a shot off, and Murillo came from nowhere and just blocked it.
Do you know what will be good this season? The last two games, if he just gets a goal, if he gets one of his screamers from the halfway line.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be nice. Burnley away, that would be nice.
You know what, though, right? The comment about the heading, and we've been critical. To be fair to him, his heading has got better the last couple of weeks. And he did win a few headers yesterday. I think it goes back to when he's with someone like Bally, maybe Bally's been on the training ground with him as well, going through reading of the game, because with the hedge, when it comes to the hedging of the ball, it's all about reading the game as well. Because you either can like overrun it, you can get underneath you get underneath the ball, it goes straight up in the air, or you can miss it. So that is a part of his game, but we know his strength is with his left foot, how he can just ping it, and how he plays out from the back. So that's what these big clubs be watching, the way he plays out the back, and how his pace is unreal as well. Like the speed he gets back. I mean, he's got to be up there with. I don't think he's as quick as Van der Ven, but over a couple of yards, he's not far off.
Not far off. I went coming on, but she has put a message out here. I give up. My laptop's not working. I will respect you later today. Ellie, it's all good. A laptop is broken. It's broken, people. So she can't come on.
You're using my Wi-Fi, is?
Ellie, is it Welsh? Right? Is it Welsh Wi-Fi? That must be, it must be the reason why. So yeah. I want to shout out to Ellie's Instagram. Where is it? Where is it? It's Diabolic Girls. Diabolic Girls Instagram. It's in the description. If you do click on it, people, please click on it. Support Ellie. She's started it now. And she'll be doing YouTube soon. So please, everyone, go and shout out to Diabolic Girls Instagram. The link is in the description. But yeah, shout out to Ellie. And don't worry about it. It's fine. Let's talk about performance. Like I said, I like to see the team rating at the end, but like I said, Sheffield United, they could have scored 5 or 6 on that. But we took our chances, and like when we took like people like Callum Hudson-Odoi, scoring the brace. I'm out to be out.
We had,
Chris Wood hit the bar.
Yeah, Wood hit the bar. Hudson hit the post as well.
Gibbs White, you were screaming, Ben. I was screaming as well. Gibbs White should have shot, but he squared it to Hudson-Odoi.
Oh yeah. So he could try and get his hat trick.
Yeah, and Alanga was slow on goal as well, and I think he tried to square it to Wood, but he kind of messed up the pass. That was another chance. Yeah, it was like half chances, but we were just more clinical in the final third, and then we had the quality over them. That's where they're bottom then. That's where they're going down.
I was talking to the guy in front of us, and I said, first off, we were shocking, but they are shocking. This is why I don't care about you, Sheffield a lot, because they're trying to scabs. And our response was say hello to Derby for us. So it's good to say Sheffield United fans, even though Sheffield United fans watching. And shout out to Johnny, top guy as well. Even if we have banter, but he's not been well. But shout out to Johnny. I hope you get better soon, my friend. Please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Right, let's talk about Nuno. Dylan, and if you're in the chat as well, if Nuno keeps us up, as he's doing a job at it, or as you not, or do you think he should have been? I know with the point deduction and that. Do you think we should be further up in the league?
100%. But if you look at it, we come in, we had AFCON, our players going. I think that was I don't think that was on him. I think that was bad recruitment. That was bad from the people behind the scenes. They knew all them players were going when we signed them. We were talking about it last season. We've got AFCON coming up, all these players, do you know what I mean? Get it done, get it sorted. But do you know what I mean? I just think the only thing is I don't like sometimes what he does is I know we've got a squad, I know we've got rotation, but like the Man City game, that was the best. I think that's the best the team has played against Man City in a long time. Shot averages, do you know what I mean? We had more shots than them and stuff like that. And I even talked to a Man City fan, and he was like, "Whoa!" He says, "If you took your chances, you would have buried us for some reason." And with Nuno, he's just, I don't know, he just seems to tinker about that too much for me. Do you know what I mean? It's like, will he now a one he's played? He's come on. Is he going to start him on Saturday? Do you know what I mean? I'd stick with Woods. He's got 12 goals this season. Leave him to it. Do you know what I mean? I think, yes, he's had hardships. The proof's in the pudding. Are they going to stick with him? Are they happy with what he's done?
People in the chat, I put a poll in there. So, Dylan, would you keep, if I stay up, would you keep him? I'll do a poll, people. Would you keep him, yes or no, Dylan?
Yes, I would, if he was allowed to bring players in that he wanted. Do you know what I mean? That I would 100% say. But do you know what I mean? Are the club happy with him? We don't know. What was his objectives? Do you know what I mean? Was it to, when he came in, right, we want his mid-table job done? Technically, if we had not had a point deduction, we'd be nice, safe and sound. Do you know what I mean? So, if he can have a good transfer window, I'm not saying bring in loads of players like we do. Do you know what I mean? I think a couple, maybe 2, 3, 4 at the most. Another striker. Yeah, I'd give him a go, because on the basis of who you're going to get else. Who else is there? Do you know what I mean? Who are they going to get? Do you know what I mean? Are they going to try? It wouldn't surprise me with Marinakis. He'd try and get Mourinho. Do you know what I mean? Wouldn't surprise me. I'll give you all this boatload of money, come on managers, and about 6 months later, sorry mate, it's not worked out. But yeah, might as well stick with him for a bit, see what happens.
You know what? Before I do, I forgot to talk about spells. Steve, let's talk about spells. Another debate. Would you keep it as number one for next season if Forest stay up? People in the chat as well. Would you keep him, not the Forest, number one next season?
That's a good question. Because, yes, I would keep him. But would he be my number one? Because I honestly think Turner and Vlach will be moved on in the summer. Especially Vlach, anyway.
Yeah.
Sells, I think he's starting to show that he's quite capable of being number one. We've had far worse keepers. Yesterday, he only did one mistake, was that loose kick out, and it went straight to Hamer.
Yeah.
But again, what keepers don't do that. If you watch Man City yesterday, Edison give the ball away for the Wolves goal. So the best keepers do it as well. But to answer your question, is he... I don't know if you want my views on Nuno as well, but I'm going to tie it in as well. Does Nuno see him as his number one going into next season? There's been so many rumours that he wants the Wolves keeper to be his number one, Jose Sarr. He's been a target for him since he stepped through the door. He's a keeper he knows. But as is now, yes, I feel he doesn't... I mean, we've all mentioned Turner and all that. Sells doesn't give me any nervousness. He doesn't give me any sense of, oh my God, what's he going to do now? So for that, yes, I would stick with him. But then, will he be number one next year? I don't know. I mean, there's other keepers we could go out and look for, being abroad or in this country. There's some good keepers who are coming through the Championship, lower end of the Premier League, who are sitting on the bench. So, do you want me to answer your Nuno question as well, Ben?
Yeah, ask Nuno as well.
So, where I stand with it is, I like to see him get a fair crack at it. I think he's walked in, and I've mentioned it so many times. He's had AFCON points problems, money problems. Couldn't sign maybe players he wanted. He only signed 2 in the window, and they were on loan. He's had injuries. He's had playing international duties and all these kind of things. So in the summer, he get to look at his squad. He said as well he only wants 24, 25 in the squad, so he can cut more fat off the squad. Give him a go. I mean, he's given me enough confidence in the games he's got right, Ben. He gives me enough to think, do you know what, if this team clicks, because you've got to say, the Newcastle Man United game, the West Ham game, we beat West Ham quite comfortably. the first half against Fulham is the best Forest performance I've seen in how many years? And you two probably agree on that. If you can give me a better performance, then please remind me of a better performance. And obviously the Man City game as well, which we did lose, but we showed, like Dylan said, we went toe to toe with the best team in the country. And yesterday we got the job done. So he's given me enough evidence to say, yeah, go on, give him a summer, give him the players he wants, and then go from there. So, and then just see where it takes us, Ben. If he starts the season well and we're in mid-table, then just stick with him. If we start slipping, then again, like Dylan said, though, who's out there? Who can we get? Because most of the managers we've been linked with have gone to other clubs now, or they have been snapped up. Like that one who's gone to Palace, and these other managers, and the one at Bournemouth, and all these other kind of managers. So yeah.
Before we've got another 9 minutes, people. So everyone's going to find Ben Dore to me. He scored a penalty. We know he's taking out of time. I'm happy in my face. I'm really happy. Dylan, people in the chat as well. I'm going to do a poll. Would you have him at Forest? Lee Tilson had I'm trying to argue down with me. You'll take him at Forest. People in the chat, would you take Brent Burton at Nottingham Forest? After what he did when he scored a penalty, would you take him, Dylan? On football level.
No, I don't. I won't take him. I think he's Championship at best. Personally, that's what I think. He's gone to. Is it Villarreal? Is it his team?
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what I mean? He played one good season for Blackburn, got shipped out, went to Villarreal. They even looked at him and went, "Yeah, not for us. We'll send you out on loan." Do you know what I mean? I don't think he's. Maybe I don't know. No, I won't take him personally. He's going backwards, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? He's an old player. I didn't agree. I know, and that's my footballing side. I didn't agree with what he did yesterday with scoring the penalty. You know what I mean?
For what cause different as well.
Exactly. Ran up to the Forest crowd, patting the Sheffield United chest.
Yeah, but clearly there's always a backstory behind it. That's why I think he did it. So
why? They gave him his chance.
They gave him a chance. There's always a backstory behind it. But what I heard, you know when he won the was it Steve Cooper? No, it wasn't Steve Cooper, was it?
I've never been with Steve Cooper. Warburton.
Huh?
Was it Warburton?
No.
Yeah, Warburton.
I think he come back at Forest and thought he had a big head. He thought he was bigger than everyone else and all that. But I think they thought he got big headed. I think about when he came to Forest.
Yeah, look at that. We sold him for 15 million to Blackburn, and he was on a 3 or 4 year contract. It was only on his last year he did something for him. Do you know what I mean? Because he changed his name.
Yeah, he started playing for yeah.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Do you know what I mean? But for me, no.
Steve, would you take him?
Well, if you look at my comment back to Lee, I would take Hamer before him anyway. Because if there's one Sheffield United player I would take, I would probably take Hamer over Diaz. Because I think he's a good player, Hamer. Myself, good little player. So I wouldn't take Diaz, no. He may be direct, he is quick. But he's not going to get you. I know he has scored 7 goals, hasn't he? He has scored.
Yeah, he scored goals.
You know,
he scored goals. That's the thing. I don't. Maybe I'll back up. I'm just getting it out there. I'm just getting it out there.
Look, put it this way. I would rather take the boy at Luton over Diaz. Adebayo, is it?
What Morris?
No, the other. Yeah, the one who scored against Everton. I would take him before Diaz. Adebayo. I would take him. I wouldn't take Diaz.
Do you know
I wouldn't take any of the former Forest players back.
Do you know what? If we're the 3rd year in the Premier League, forget going back to we'll take Luton players. I agree with you, Steve. I think he's a good player. We're going on to bigger. Do you know what I mean? We've got to learn from our mistakes this season. All the financial crap that's gone off. Do you know what I mean? Which
I don't set the Premier League again.
Yeah,
But Dylan,
exactly.
yeah, but I know you're going to say about moving on, progressing, but I don't think that stops us all looking maybe into the championship or like I mentioned to you, Ben, like Callum O'Hare for Coventry, right?
Yeah.
He's on a free transfer, and West Ham and Aston Villa are trying to sign him. We should be all over that. He's a quality player. We
But
shouldn't look down on these players. We shouldn't look down on these players thinking, "Oh, they're championship." These players could easily suit our team and our way of playing.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying. But West Ham and Aston Villa have got the players at the minute, so they could bring a type of player in and nurture him, where we can't at the minute.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
We've got a 1 year in Wood. Whoever we bring in, striker wise, has got to be better than what we've got. We haven't got time to be able to say, all right, we'll give you 10 million for that striker or get him for free. Do you know what I mean? We'll bring him in and we'll nurture him for a year or two. West Ham and Villa are more, yes, they have been down in the past, but I'm not being funny, but at the minute, they're more likely not to be relegated. They're going to be Premier League teams for the next few years. So what I'm trying to say is now, we've gone through all this. We've stuck with a 1 year. For me personally, I like a 1 year. I think he's all right. To me, he's too injury prone.
Yeah.
Last season, this season, Wood, as I'm so pleased for Wood. As soon as we signed him, everyone didn't want it. Oh, he's crap and all that. Scored 12 goals this season. He could get more by the end of it. But we have to start. We have to start looking now at building on being that mid-table team. Look at Bournemouth. Look at the Wolves. We've got to start looking that way now. And for me, if you're going to go to a team like Luton, who's going to get relegated, yes, I'll take Ross Barkley from there all day long. Do you know what I mean? Because he's been there and done that. And this, what's his name, Adebayo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you could bring him in, but for me, you need that. You need that striker, that one to push us forward. Now he's got to be better than the 1 year. 1 year cost us 18 million. He's got to be than Chris Wood. He cost us near enough 18 million. If you're gonna buy a striker, he's gonna have to cost more, but he's got to be that step above them two.
Yeah, this is why recruitment, though. This is why recruitment and scouting is key, though, because you mentioned Bournemouth. Now we look at their signings: Semenyo, right, Bristol City; Alex Scott, Bristol City; Tyler Adams, Leeds. They were snapped up from Leeds, went down, and they snapped up some gems from Bristol City. I mean, there are some gems. I think what I'm trying to say there as well, with like just pick Callum O'Hare. And I get your point about Villa and West Ham could offer him something different. But what I'm saying is that if you get your recruitment right, you can pick some real gems. You probably agree as well, Ben. Like with the Championship, there's some good players in the Championship who could. And this is why your recruitment and your scouting has got to be spot on. Because if you can spot that talent, because why do we have to go abroad all the time? Why do we have to spend over the odds for these players we've never heard of? Why don't you take a risk? I know it's a risk, but these players, like I just said, Alex Scott and Semenyo and these other players have worked out for these sides, and they're mid-table now. Like look at Fulham. They signed Harrison Reed from Southampton. And look at him. We would take Harrison Reed. I mean, Everton snapped up Harrison from Leeds, who went down. I think what I'm trying to say is that why should we look down on the Championship? We need to go out and recruit and maybe take a Callum O'Hare or these other players and just integrate them to the team. And then I agree with you, Dill. We need to sign another star striker as well. I do that's going to be. And again, we'd have to spend a bit of money, and that falls into then what I said earlier about Murillo or Gibbs White and so on. So we may have to gamble there. But yeah, it's going to be another big summer for recruitment again, and we've got to get it right this time because we can't go and buy another 30 players. But Nuno doesn't want that, and we can't.
It's like you say, looking for a gem and that. It's like when we got promoted, we bought the likes of Toffolo. We bought the likes of I forgot his name now. Who come with him?
Lewis O'Brien.
O'Brien and stuff. Everyone looked at that deal and went, "Oh, O'Brien's the guy," but he wasn't. It's Toffolo. Do you know what I mean? For me, I'd have Toffolo near enough in that squad or in that team. near enough every week. All right, Aina's playing well, but do you know what I mean? Like you say, he's a gem for us. But it's how
Yeah.
now. Third year, if you're going to spend 3 years in the Premier, this is your if we stay, it's going to be your third year in the team in the Premier League. I can't see Marinakis being, and yes, they've made mistakes, but he's not going to want to be in this position again for 3 years. For the third year, they've got to balance the books. They've got to make sure, and maybe selling as much as we don't want to. Maybe selling Murillo, maybe selling Gibbs White to get that big chunk of change to then push everything forward. Maybe that happens. But like you say, like Stephen, you make a good point. Don't disregard the championship because there is gems to come out of it. But you've just, like you say, recruitment. They've got to balance it. They've got to go. We've got to look here, but then we have to look here. If you want to move forward, you have to get the best.
You're on about a striker, right? You know that guy from Blackburn who's been, I think, the top scorer now in the championship. The one who's got a funny name. Smet Grits, whatever his name is. Now him, right?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. People in the chat, I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah, you can't even spell it. Now him, right? Leicester want to sign him, right? Now, this is the kind of thing will happen. Leicester will come up. He'll sign for Leicester, and he'll bag 10 to 12 goals next year. And they've taken that risk. They've taken that chance. Now, we may sit back and look at him and go, oh, we don't want to take that risk. But then it's been happened so many times over the years. We've just either sit back and not do nothing, or we go and sign him and he can't hit a barn door. And then you go to Leicester and he's slamming 10 to 12 goals. You know, that's what I'm saying is sometimes it's just taking that bit of, like, you know what, the boy for Palace is a good one. The Wharton, yeah. I mean, he's running the big team for Palace. Very good player.
Obviously, I got a chat from Kieran. Thank you for the £1.99, Kieran. I much appreciate it as well. Right, everyone in the chat, boys, girls, who's your man of the match for yesterday's game? And the rating as well. Let's start with you, Steve. Who's your man of the match as well? People in the chat, get involved.
Well, the obvious is Hudson-Odoi. He was just that's him. That's him. Yeah. Hudson-Odoi, just like, I mean, some of the pundits been purring over him as well, like on TalkSport and even Match of the Day. You know how he hitting his potential now, and it'd be great to see him now hit the ground running in the summer. Good pre-season, get him going again next year. Because I've always rated him, Ben. Like, I agree with you. I've always rated the kid. He is still just a kid in football in terms. He's what, 22, 23? He seems like he's been around for decades.
Mad, isn't it?
It is mad, yeah. He was just the standard. He was that quality yesterday that separated the teams. You know, you could see he's played at a good level with Chelsea. He just looked like a threat every time he went forward. You know, he hit the post as well, and he could have scored a couple more. I give a shout out as well to Dalilo as well. I thought he was outstanding in the midfield. I thought just me. I don't know if anyone agreed or disagreed. I just thought he was outstanding. Sells Murillo, but Murillo's a good shout as well. But for me, Hudson-Odoi, Ben. Yeah, at a rating. First half 5, and then the second half kind of takes up to about a 7. So on average, about 6.5. 6.5, maybe a 7, because we did beat them, which I'm so glad about.
Man of the match, I'm going Murillo.
Murillo?
Yeah, Murillo, personally. I would. It's a toss-up between him and Sells. But for me, we could have been. If Sheffield United had anything about them, and they had, do you know what I mean? They should have been 4-0 up within the first 30 minutes. I'm sorry, but they should have, and we can't discard that. But if it wasn't for Murillo making all them track backs, do you know what I mean? Did he get one off the line as well? I think and stuff. That's for me. So for me, man of the match, Murillo. I'm not sure if he headed one off the line.
He was close to it being on the line. Yeah, I think he got it. He got it towards in there.
Yeah. But But personally, yeah, for me, yes, Callum Hudson-Odoi got the goals. Do you know what I mean? Everything. But for me, he and Sells kept us in that game until we got that equaliser. Then I just think Murillo, for me, pips him.
Okay. Mine, I'll say Murillo again. Another good performance. Sells again. He kept his first half with a fantastic save he did, as well as second half. But for me, Murillo rating 6.5. I'll say 6.5 on that. I'm honest, because it wasn't great first half at all. But we won the game. That's all it matters. I wanted to beat Sheffield United. People in the chat, and I know, has anyone got a sympathy for Sheffield United before we go? Anyone got a sympathy? Have you got a sympathy, Steve?
No.
I got no sympathy for Chris Wilder after what he tried to say.
I've got a sympathy for Sheffield United fans. They're giving it large when they scored, and then when we scored, they hit a quick.
They should be bounced anyway. They get to play Sheffield Wednesday next year. They get their derby back. So
Yeah, I don't know if you all heard it, and if you want to see the vlog, make sure you go and watch it straight after this podcast. We're singing "Say Hello to Derby" for us. So Sheffield United fans, anyone watching, say hello to Derby for us. And Sheffield Wednesday, because Sheffield Wednesday are a bigger, better club than you lot. So, but yeah, before we could go on, I'll give a massive shout out to Des Alden, because he ran from the City ground to Sheffield. And it was funny, I seen him and his friend, it was like, I think it was like 4.5 miles away from the ground. And Claire beat him. I felt sorry for him because it was hills. There's a few downhills, but the big hills. Shout out to Des and his friend. I don't know what his friend's name, but Des is on my channel Tuesday as well, so he wants to come on and that. So big shout out to Des. He's doing a massive fundraising for Footprints as well. Shout out to Lisa Fox. But yeah, shout out to Des for doing the run. Like, I couldn't do it. I need to get fit. But yeah. Right. It's been a great show. I'm happy we won. I'm happy we beat Sheffield United. I'm happy Sheffield United are going down. I'm even happy that they conceded 100 goals as well.
What I tell you, Ben, last stream, I said it's be 3-1, and I said I'd be happy to make a nice round 100.
I got my prediction right as well.
And I did.
Did you?
Yes. Watch it back. I said 3-1 last week.
Okay. Let me see the receipt. Actually, I've got the receipts for it. I don't believe you. Right, it's been a great show. Tim, Steve, thank you for taking part as well. Thank you for the chat as well, taking part. We're so close to staying up, people, but we're not there yet. I've got a show on Tuesday with Des, Glenn, and I don't know if someone else, any members that want to join me, just message me if you want to. Please do. Even Ella, anyone. Tuesday 9 o'clock. If you want to come on the channel, please do. Talk about Forest and that. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. Before you do leave, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. And there's anything that agreed or disagreed with the panel. And comment below, people, are you happy that we beat the Blunts? Because I've got the biggest smile on my face. Because all the abuse that I got going towards the guys from them. Keep crying. Keep crying, Sheffield United fans. See how happy I'm, Steve? Bloody hater. Right.
Who's the actor, Ben, who supports them? Sean Penn, is it?
Sean Penn, yeah.
Your boy took one hell of a beating.
Keep crying, Sheffield United fans. Peace and love. Up the Reds.